That was way too much. Way too much. That was way too much. Way too much. Oh man, I'm being silly for a reason, y'all. We're gonna talk about some things today. What's happening? My name is Joseph R. Wheeler III. I'm the artist, the founder, and the president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Welcome to the ONYXCON Foundation's channel on YouTube. We are a multi-niche channel, meaning we cover many topics, many types of content, not a one-trick pony. We have never intended to be, and we never will be. We do a lot here. We do it a lot on purpose. You understand what I'm saying? But going back to what I was just doing when I did that over-exaggerated introduction. Mind you, I have history as an actor, so I know how to go in and out of character if need be. But I did that on purpose because I want to talk to y'all about something. I want to talk about a couple of things. One thing would be what goes viral and what doesn't. How people are fronting and making money or not making money. And what really makes a dime and what really is a crime. You know what I'm saying? What really makes a dime and what really is a crime. Like, you know, what's out here that's not benefiting humanity as a whole, but yet it's popular, and therefore it's trending, and therefore it's booming, and it's making so much money being over the top crazy, not good. You know, I can deal with over the top when it's, you know, at the end of the day it's entertainment, whatever, fine. But I'm talking about stuff that is just pure trash that has become entertainment. I'm talking about stuff that most of y'all, and I hate to say it like that, but it's true, most of y'all fall for this nonsense as considering the entertainment, and it's changing the standard of quality amongst all humanity. I was talking with a friend of mine, a good buddy of mine, on my birthday yesterday. By the way, yeah, I'm celebrating. I'm still in the afterglow of my birthday. My birthday was yesterday, September 9th. All right, and yeah, I'm still in the afterglow of that. I had a lot of good friends and family hit me up, chat me up, sing me up, you know what I'm saying, show you love and all that, and that was beautiful. Thank you to everybody who, you know, sent birthday wishes, everybody who, you know, sent me a message, sent me a text, called me directly. I mean, that's always the best, you know what I'm saying? Some of my homies. Shout out to my man, my homeboy Steve, man. My homeboy Steve, yes, one of my real ones, one of my day ones, one of my, you know, I'm talking about like grade school friend, you know what I mean? Since middle school, me and this dude been friends. Shout out to my homie Zano, you know what I'm saying? Zano Bathroom in the house. DJ extraordinaire, Atlanta legend, one of the founders of the Soul Food Cypher. Shout out to Soul Food Cypher. Shout out to everything he's involved in. That's a real dude right there. That's one of my homies, for real. Shout out to, I'm trying to think of everybody else who gave me a lot of love yesterday. Of course, my immediate family, that's just easy, you know what I'm saying? My mom, my pops, sister, my nephew and niece, all that good stuff. Shout out to my cousin Wendy, who, you know what? We're gonna do some content, because, man, when I tell you, she had me laughing so hard. We were talking about some things, and I laughed so freaking hard. I ain't laughed that hard in a while. And yeah, we were having a good time reminiscing and also talking about what's been going on, because we both single, so we talk about that reality, and her talking about it from a woman's perspective was really, really deep. That's why I gotta have her as a guest on one of my shows, the show I do for relationships. I call it Relationship Goals in the Art Life, which is about to expand, by the way. I got big plans for that going into 2025. I want to take it beyond just the interviews or just my thoughts. I like that y'all like my thoughts. I've done a lot of videos about that and shared my visions on what I think and what goes on and all that. But I think I've always wanted to interview more ladies and gents about their perspectives, especially ladies. And like I said, this is family, but she's real honest. She don't have no filter, and she just, I'm telling you, when I get her on, y'all, it's gonna be classic. So just look forward to that, because we planning something. We're gonna do some content. She's gonna be a special guest. We're gonna talk about what it is to be single out here and all that kind of thing. It's gonna be good too, real good. But anyway, shout out to everybody. I see 4 in the building. Let's get 4 thumbs up. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm only respects it. You know, I wouldn't need it if it wasn't required. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I just do what I'm gonna do regardless. But I know how this thing works, so I need them numbers. I need them thumbs up, if you would. It would help. Thank you. But yo, I was talking to one of my buddies. Shout out to Josh, my homie Joshua. That's who else I need to shout out. My brother Joshua. Man, Joshua Robinson. Legend in Atlanta. A true artist. Definitely a film person. That somebody I met him on set. We were tag teaming as production assistants on a major project, and so yeah, that's how we got to know each other. And he's a good brother. He's a gamer, hardcore gamer, and he helped out Bustin' Pixels, our gaming content, immensely because he has granted us access to his entire library. So thank you so much, man, for that in-kind donation that is going to expand our content in gaming so much, because I'm gonna be playing. I mean, I'm good. Like when I tell y'all I'm good, I won't need another game till I don't even know. My brother has literally put me on to where ONYXCON will not need to buy no games. Like we now have a real library to showcase a lot of great games, because he's that kind of dude that just like everything that comes out, he gets it. If he don't have it, he'll get access eventually. He just that type of guy when it comes to gaming. He one of them serious ones, and been that way for years. You know, that's his side hobby, in amongst his many talents. So thank you, Josh, man. My brother, thank you so much, bro. You already know. So yeah, that's just a quick shout out there. But no, what I was talking about was specifically, and I'm gonna get into a bunch of different tangents, but there's a couple of topics I want to talk about. You know, how people are making money doing content, who's really making money doing content, how making money in general has become so much bullshit. And we're gonna get raw in this one. I ain't gonna cuss too much because I'm not that kind of channel. I always say over here, there's enough ratchet garbage going on, and that's part of my point. Is, you know, you don't have to do that to get your point across every time. And you know, as they say, it shows your intelligence that that's all you can do. You know, so yeah, I do cuss, but that ain't all I do. I'm well-rounded, very well-rounded. I'm worldly, as a traveler and as a thinker. You know what I'm saying? It's a different perspective over here, and I want to attract that energy. I want to get that well-defined over here. That's why we put up the block. Every time I go live, I put the block on the haters and the trolls and everything. Ain't got no time for y'all. Y'all are irrelevant. You didn't exist when I woke up. You won't exist when I go to bed. You're irrelevant. So why do I need to see what you got to think about? Nothing. It doesn't matter. You're irrelevant. We only deal with the real here. But so here's the thing I've come to realize is that a lot of folks and not even paying attention to how this is starting to happen. But me and Josh was talking, the brother I just mentioned, and he said, you know, he was talking about how people are going viral using TikTok and stuff. And he mentioned some people he's aware of that he's been watching their content and how it's booming and everything they put out goes viral. I said, yeah, well, what is it? What do they do? Well, you know, they do that sketch humor type stuff. I said, that's fun. You know, I like humor. But I said, what's the topics? What they do? Well, you know, it'd be the whole, you know, spouse catches the person cheating type stuff, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, they get mad at each other. It's risky. I said, see that? Say no more. And he just started laughing because he knows how I am about stupid stuff like this. All this ratchet nonsense that's blowing up. I said, the only reason that's why they winning quick. Yeah, you can go from broke to, you know, rich, not necessarily overnight, but depending on your angle on this stuff that is trending, yeah, you could be the next big hit. But first of all, you're putting yourself in an arena with a million other folk trying to do the same thing. Because most people are followers, right? Most people are not innovators, they're followers. Even the ones who should be I always say most people have an innovative part in them, they just don't tap into it. They don't acknowledge it, they don't respect it, it hasn't been cultivated, it hasn't been supported. They don't have the strength in themselves and their own personality to do it, whether or not they get support or not. It's different types of, we're all different. But for people who are true innovators, they understand. We understand, because I am. You know, I claim my title. I ain't no use in being, you know, there's a difference in being aware of yourself and at the right time being humble. Humble, even when people overuse that word and misuse it. Humble is only necessary out of respect and codes of when it's time to, like, okay, if I go to if you're at someone's birthday, I just had my birthday yesterday. If I had a birthday party and somebody came in, they gave me props, okay, cool. But then, you know, whenever somebody's giving me my love and everything, they got to talk over them and say something about what they've done with me as a friend or what we did versus, you know, and try and outshine my other friend. That's not being humble. That would be the time to be humble. That would be an example of a time to be humble. It's not your stage. It's the person whose birthday it is stage. It's their time to shine. And if somebody is there to celebrate them and they have the mic to do a toast or something, it's their time to be under the light. That's going to be reflected on me and that person and what our connection is. It ain't for you to yell over them. It's time for you to shut the hell up, sit down, be humble. Like the lyrics say from Kendrick. Sit down, be humble. Sit down, be humble. That's the only, these are examples. There's many other examples, but that's a quick one on how to be humble. But then people, as soon as you speak of your accolades and talk well of yourself because you've accomplished things, oh man, you gotta be humble, man. You gonna make, no, dumbass. You're jealous because you don't do any of these things and you haven't applied yourself where your skills would be applied to do some of this stuff, okay? And you're mad. Now that ain't got nothing to do with being humble. That's just simply, you gotta give people props where props are due. I don't take people's props. If people you deserve your props, I'm gonna give you your goddamn props. You don't earn that. I can't take it no way, but all I'm gonna do is embellishment. Hey, big up, for sure, I see it. I can't take it. You can't go in history and redo or undo what somebody is. They did what they did. They are what they are. They're here to contribute what they're doing. You can't fade it. Nothing you can do can fade it. Nothing. So, in the grand scheme of things, what I notice is, like I say, a lot of people are just followers. So with this content thing and whatever's trending, if it's trashy, if it's ratchet, like I say, ratchet is the enemy, y'all. Ratchet is the enemy. This generation uses the word interchangeably with success. They really think, a lot of young folk out here really think they got to be rude and crude and obnoxious to get ahead because they see, you know, that's what's winning. You know, you act a fool, boy, you win. Okay. Okay. Quick money ain't always the best money. And it's funny because, you know, misery loves company, birds of a feather flock together, and oofa-doof's gonna run with oofa-doofs. Goofa-doof's gonna run with, so I'm saying, if someone is doing stuff that's like I saw a prank, and I said to myself, I'm so tired of these damn prank videos. I saw a prank video today, and I thought, this will probably go viral too. Or worse, it'll get a bunch of people killed because of what they're doing. It was, first of all, it was a young lady. It was another thing about pranks is some of these pranks are set up, and some people's aptitude to understand when they're looking at an act. Like I say, I'm an actor, so I can decipher something real and say to myself, okay, this is staged, okay? But some people can't do that. They can't, I mean, you know, they get caught up in the act. That's the power of good acting, right? Don't mean that the person's doing it are truly trained or really conditioned real actors, but they might be able to pull off a scene and be convincing. So this girl is on a bike, and they call it the Uber prank, and she's that's supposed to be a bike riding Uber, which they do in some places. I took one when I was in República Dominicana, okay? Shout out to DR, right? And, you know, you get on the back of the bike with the person, they take you hold their shoulders or whatever, because that's all you hold on to. Probably better hold them shoulders, because if you try and hold on to the bike being cool, your ass might fly off, because they always got a little bike. And she had a little bike, and it's a big dude, and it's a little girl. When I say little girl, I'm saying she probably was 20, maybe, right? And she's barking at this grown-ass man. They're both black. It's an older black man. He's looking to be in his 40s. And he's saying, I ordered Uber Black. And she's like, I'm black. What you talking about? Get on the bike, man. I got to make this money. I said, oh, my gosh. Are you kidding me right now? And he's like, no. What are you talking about? What is this? What are you playing with me for? I ordered Uber Black. That's not Uber. You're not Uber Black. Uber Black's supposed to be like limo service. You're supposed to have like the big SUV or something big, you know, something big, something luxury, typically, for the type of vehicle that shows up. She's on this bike, and she's insisting that he get on the bike. She's like, and then she starts being insulted. Get your big ass on the bike. I said, oh See, now I know this has got to be a prank. I mean, but I said, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance. Maybe it's not, but this is weird. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I even watching this? Because it's loud, it's triggering, it's making you wonder, am I witnessing one of these crime videos? Like, this actually happened? And then I'm thinking, and then I see the little words where I said, this is garbage, this is a prank. What is this? Why am I watching this? And then the dude basically goes off saying like, yo, I ain't getting on with you, this is ridiculous. I'm calling Uber. He starts tapping on his phone like he's calling Uber. She walks over and snatches his phone, and he's looking at all like, are you crazy? He's like, the hell are you? She's like, I ain't playing with you. I gotta get this money. You need to get your big ass on the bike or I'm taking your phone. He's still talking, this is crazy. What are you talking about? You're not Uber Black. At that point, I was like, okay, it's an act. This is all staged. This is garbage. But what's sad is the way things trend in this sad situation, this version of society, okay, in America, all right, to be specific, because I know that's where it was, somewhere. You know, there's people who are gonna do this. They're gonna try this. They're gonna think that was funny. They're gonna try. I mean, at that point, I was disgusted. I went on and swiped by, but I was like, why was I even? It messed with my head a little bit. I was like, what about it gets you going? I said, okay, where's human nature? I'm driving right now. If I hear an explosion, I'm gonna cut this damn live off, or I might not worry about the live at all. Y'all will just see my reaction, but I'm gonna be like, holy shit, what the, you know, and all of that. And then the first thing, survival gonna kick in. I'm gonna be like, which way I gotta go to not be near the fire? Which way I gotta go to not be in danger? Which way I gotta go to not, you know, on and on, the long list of instinct, right? And what's up? But that's natural, right? That's just natural instinct. But the same thing kind of happens, the same kind of chemical reactions and stuff happen when we watching social media and all these little, you know, stuff that people put out. So people who understand just a tad bit of psychology, they play off of all those human things. They know, okay, you get loud, you do something, a strange face, but it gets attention. So at the same time, do it enough, you know, as a YouTuber, you can use it, but I say use the force wisely. Speaking of the force, man, I don't want to go off because I would have to make I'm going to make a video in honor of him. But every time I say force now, I think of Star Wars, and I got to salute the king. James Earl Jones at 93, salute. That's the man right there. That is the man right there. We're going to get, like I said, we're going to get into that formally. I can't say words that remind me of him and not acknowledge his presence and the fact that he has transitioned. And it happened on my birthday, so that's just, you know, never gonna forget that. Wow. But James Earl Jones, the legend, has transitioned yesterday, like I say, on my birthday, September 9th. And so in using the force, use the force wisely, okay, respectfully, you can utilize these things and be entertaining, but you can do it in a way that has value versus all this trash. And I'm just sick and tired of seeing stuff that I know can get people hurt, killed, or worse, you know, and it's becoming the norm. You know, at one time it had a category, it was like, oh yeah, that stuff. But it's becoming what a whole demographic, a whole generation thinks is humor, thinks is okay. And I'm like, this is not okay. This is not okay. Like what I witnessed with that little video I was describing, man, and if that had been a real situation, this could have really got out of hand. You know, especially at the point she took the man's phone. You can't take somebody's phone. You know, and you're not even doing it playfully, with intent to give it back, kind of. No, your energy is aggressive, and I was like, man, this is, and then like I say, it's staged, but now you're pushing that narrative like this could happen. You could get away with this. This is how it would go, cause she tough. Are you crazy? No, hell no, not good, people, not good. Hold tight for me. I gotta handle some business. I'll be right back. All right. So let's get to it, y'all. As you can see, I'm in work mode. It ain't just a prop. This ain't fake. This ain't a scam. This ain't a prank. Not proud to share it with you. I'm proud to share it with you that I do this side hustle, blue collar thing too. Why? Because I know a lot of people can relate to that. I know a lot of people will relate to that and understand what we all be doing to get by, man. We got to fill it in. We got to fill in the gaps. We got to have them side hustles and gig on top of the gig and another gig. And all that. That's for the real ones out here who's honest about what it is to survive in this economy right now. Not the folk out here fronting and perpetrating and misusing and abusing the privilege, quite frankly, to have access to apps like this, YouTube, to have a phone, to have a smartphone, to have access to something like YouTube, to be able to charge your phone, get on your phone, and make money from your phone. That is a privilege. And people take for granted that that's not something everybody in the world has. Not everybody in the world has a smartphone, even has a phone. Not everybody in the world can literally get on their phone and look up anything they would like to know about the entire history of the planet, whether it's true information or not, but be able to, if you're intelligent enough to decipher what's real and what's not, what's farce and what's not, what's a prank and what's not, go do your own research instead of getting caught up in hype and propaganda and things of that nature, right? It's a privilege, y'all. It's a privilege. And it's one that I don't take lightly. I know that there are people dying in mines in parts of Africa, the motherland, the cradle of all human existence, okay? Where there's people to this day dying in mines to get resources, minerals that make these phones and our computers and everything possible. Why, in my opinion, should any of us disrespect just that part of the equation with wasting time and not being of some value? I'm not saying everything got to be serious and all that. That's not where I'm going. I'm saying, but even when it's in fun, even when it's for humor's sake, even when it's like, be creative on the highest level, come up with something out of the box, be unique, be exceptional, and not mundane, average, trending bullshit. Just don't, we got to do it. People died to make these things in our hands possible. Why not honor their legacy with something worth sharing with the world? Not some more trash like we got flowing like diarrhea into the minds of people every freaking day. So, no, I wasn't impressed, to go back to the very first part of what led me into this topic, when I said, me and a friend were talking about what tends to blow up and what be trending and what you can do and get numbers on social media and stuff. And I said, well, quality before quantity, because I'm not here to do what they do. He had quickly mentioned something. And it's funny because I knew he mentioned it just as an example, but because it's not even something he would do, But he was just using it as an example, like, you do this kind of stuff, it wins. I said, I ain't doing that kind of stuff. I'm not about to start doing. Let me say this. As an actor, right? If someone came to me with a role, and I've played some roles that were, definitely not my personal. This is what acting can be. You don't always play stuff that fits your ethics, your perspective. You reach in, and if you can relate to what that person is doing and how, or you ever experienced someone like that, even if you didn't like that energy, you know how it is, so you know how to manifest it on film. You know how to be that. You know how to get into character and be that. So that's my whole thing, is like, when I'm acting on that level, that's what I'm doing. And if I choose to take the role, I'm gonna give it my all to make it convincing based on my experiences around that energy. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pull from that and make it real. So it's an art to it, and it's not something I take lightly, and which is why I don't even want a role that I can't get into or that I don't want to push. And it's also, how is it placed in the story? Is the fool of the story, meaning, and there's many ways to look at the word fool, because there's even a positive way if you want to get into the tarot cards. Oh, I'm going deep now, but go to Cyberpunk 2077, all my players, all my gamers, and look at that tarot card and what it says about the fool. It's very brilliant, actually. The best of the fools is everybody, but we ain't talking about that fool. I'm talking about true foolishness, okay? that'd be a problem. I ain't talking about that. Okay. Hey, what's up, man? Ramon in the house, my brother. Mi gente. República Dominicana is in the house, y'all. Claro. What's up? Yeah, fam. So, man, yo, you know, it's like a lot of people that disrespect that energy don't understand. You know, when they're doing these little sketches and skits and everything, like I said, there's a lot of garbage. Like all this, who cheated on cheat, man, come on. And it's all black folk. Like, you're making it seem like all black people do in our relationships is cheat on each other. That's quite frankly what this is doing. That's pathetic. And it's not true, but I tell you what happens. If you keep pushing a certain narrative, as we can see with people using the phrase for the culture, which is why I can't stand that. I say it all the time. I don't like that phrase. I have the counter phrase. I created the hashtag, the counter for the cultures, plural, okay? With an S or with a Z, doesn't matter either way. It's the same phrase. It's the same energy. I'm saying for the cultures. That's it. Yo, I'm about that life. I'm about that life. Individualism, uniqueness, defining oneself, not on the trend with it. Like, who are you? Well, this is me. Well, does that fit into that? No, not really. I ain't really with none of that, but I'm just trying to make that money. You know what I'm saying? That money. So that's your problem. That's the problem with everybody that's on that. You ain't got quality before quantity. All you care about is quantity. And your quantity is built off of trash. Now, there's enough other people. This whole government's built off of that mentality. There's whole infrastructures, you know, this trashy life. So what? It don't matter. You know, live fast, die young, get all you can get. You know, screw everything. Even if you catch every disease in the book, go to jail. Who cares? Did you get out? Could you start another business and be somebody? Yeah, okay, do it. You know, this is this kind of culture that's pumping this mess. Like there's no moral value to nothing. And I ain't talking about religion, because I'm not religious, okay? Let me say that again. I'm not religious. So all this value and ethics I'm speaking from, you can gain it without being religious too, because most of the biggest criminal, hypocritical folks that I'm pointing the finger at, oh, they quick to say, and Jesus this, Jesus that. Be like, if you don't shut your ass up, that's like, oh man, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst. It's a disease. And it's a miserable club where misery loves company, and they get it. Because if you're willing to sign up and play their game, I mean, you want to go through a quick rundown of what I mean on a celebrity level of folk who claim to be so Christian. No diddy, as the phrase that gets said a lot. No diddy. Look at the stuff this dude did. You know, when I finally took a moment to see a bit of one of those videos that were released with him and how he was abusing Cassidy, man, I won't even get into that. That's just, I'm not gonna get into it deep, but my biggest point is to say, how many videos, how many music videos, how many award shows, how many him going live with a big old crucifix cross on his chain and all that stuff, and always talking about God this, God that, and Jesus did it. Nope. No respect for them fools to be on that. Because that's my whole, and I'm not talking about no respect for everybody who's a real Christian. I got real Christian friends and family. You know, people who really live by the codes, who really stay within some parameters, who really check themselves at the door of life and say, you know, I'm only human, but I ain't gonna do everything just because I'm human and I want to act on my human impulses. And then when I do all my sin, I want to turn around and say, oh, you know, hey, I'm only human and only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Y'all man, that is the worst phrase ever created for asswipe hypocrites that want to get away with murder. And they do. This is what pisses me off as somebody who actually gets out here and does it real, you know, does it legit. I always say, if everything I've done up to this point as an artist were valued and reflected financially in payment for every job I ever did, I wouldn't be in this car right now doing courier work. I'd be a freaking billionaire. And everybody like me that's on this level of thought would be a billionaire, because it's so valuable how we think and how we move and what we've contributed. I'm talking from real receipts. I don't have to go through that again. If you don't know who I am, if you ain't been on the channel long, just go look around. I got all the videos you need to watch to understand what the hell what I'm saying and what I'm claiming. I earned every bit of my already fame amongst many from the scholastic level, okay? And I'm not just talking about just having a degree. I'm talking about knowing people in scholarly environments. I got professors that are friends that I've interviewed and things and done actual analytical analysis of things, reports, panels. I've moderated panels. I've been on panels. I've done this. I've done that, and I'll do more. It's not the end of the road by no means. It's the beginnings of new. And so when you've done all of that and you've done it right, you know what I'm saying? Never got caught up in none of the nonsense. Never, they ain't no past to, you know, my past is still something I can speak on without shame. I ain't got them kind of skeletons in a closet somewhere that most of these type of folk I'm talking about be having, where they gotta hide their whole reality and then they bring it out in pieces as they gain their celebrity, because they know they come from some real effed up mentalities and they ain't gotten the proper therapy, and then they act out and do all this other stuff, and then it comes out like what happened with Puffy, what happens with R. Kelly, what happens with, I mean, man, you just run the list on all of them. Just all these folk who stay in some stuff, you know, and it's no surprise once you realize what they've been through. I sympathize for the pain of the child. Who they were, a child, and what they went through is the only part I sympathize, because I know they didn't have no choice in that. They were born into a situation, circumstances. They saw poor examples of how to be proper men and women, and you get the results. You get the sad results, right? But what irks me is when, because like I say, misery loves company. You got a whole bunch of people who had those kind of realities, and they cluster together and they create, in a sense, their own sororities and fraternities of, well, if you ain't Christian like us, and you ain't got dirt on you like us, and you ain't pick yourself up from the ashes of all the pain like us, we're gonna become, it's almost like unsaid but obvious in what you see happen, gate-kept, universal, worldwide just about, but especially in America, community of people who block creative success based on how dirty somebody's past and what they're willing to do even to get money in their present is. You know, if you're willing to just totally hoe out, drug out, smoke out, everything, oh yeah, welcome to the club. But if you standing on, as they say, standing on business, you standing on real motherfucking business, you out here, I ain't dealing your damn crack. I never dealt crack, never smoked weed, ain't never sold no drugs. Prescription, legal, illegal, that ain't me. None of that. See, they don't deal with us. They don't want us to have a platform. They don't want the genuine people to have no freaking platform because they scared of that. That's real. That's true. That's pure. That comes from, what I come from something that will really stand on business. It's a different breed. It's an unchampioned breed, because so many people, because of all the drugs, because of all the wars, because of all the broken families and stuff, can relate to all that other stuff. That's why it's popular. We who are not in that bag, we are the minority. This is what's not being said. Genuineness, some form of purity, some kind of self-governance, self-control, candor, consideration, diplomacy, all those words, all those concepts, all those ways of being are not championed, unfortunately, in my modern popular, hear my words, in modern popular American society. Because of years and years and years. It didn't start with, we didn't start the fire. It's been burning, burning since the world's been turned. I love that song because the lyrics are so real. It ain't new, but it comes to fever pitches. There are paradigm shifts in the human experience. We're at one. It's a paradigm shift type of year. It's an election year. It's after a band, you know, can you say the word? I mean, like, what is that? Can't say the word, they'll block your channel, you know. See what I'm saying? That kind of nonsense. It's insane, y'all. It's absolutely insane. It's not normal. It's not normal. And people are normalizing this stuff. You know, you ought to be able to speak free, for real about it. And it's becoming strange to be real enough to say what's really real. That's becoming, oh man, like, and when it gets down to the guttural level, where even people from these guttural situations, like these poor, sad, challenged upbringings and stuff, when they even start saying it in their terms, which, you know, I may not agree with how they're saying it, but I know it's the same, what I'm talking about, you know, when they amongst their misery loves company crowd, they're even realizing, man, like I heard Lil Boozy say in one of his interviews, if you know who Boozy is as a rapper and how wild he can be and what he come from and how hard it's been for his life, you know, he was talking about, he said, you know, I won't say the word because I'm not about promoting that nonsense, but, you know, he said, you know, you can't even be a real N no more. And this is paraphrasing. This is not the exact quote. He said, you can't even be a real N no more. Real N's are being persecuted for being real. Now, I ain't with that N-word garbage, but I know what he was saying. It's like, even on the street level of what he was saying, cats, what used to be the code of respect of what was real, and because what it is they were, the real original codes and all that stuff were people who understood, man, I didn't want to end up in this life. Circumstantially, they did. But they didn't want to be gangsters. They didn't want to be drug dealers. They wanted to be all kind of other normal, productive in society stuff. But they felt like they were denied. They were blocked. They were gatekept. And then as time is going on, because of that stuff being popularized by the media, again, the greed is a monster, man. It don't care nothing about quality. It's all about quantity. Once the system understood, we can make money off of gangsterism. We can use this popular music, this hip hop music that came out of the pain of folk trying to escape gangs and rebuild their communities. Instead of them being able to do that, if we can use this against them, if we can turn this into something where they forget the original rules of what it is to be hip hop. The whole point was to get away from gangsterism and self-destruction and destroying your communities and upbringing, building your communities, having a good time, having self-awareness, building edutainment, building all types of forms of entrepreneurialism, okay? Self-made, but doing it legally. It wasn't about illegal. Folk want to make it like, yes, it did involve illegal and illegal, but the goal was to get to the point of no illegal. It's supposed to be all pure. That's the real code of the real originals who made up what is now hip hop culture. But what happens after it gets tainted, after the bigger money comes in, the same money who dissed you and said, this ain't even music, this ain't even art form, this isn't even dance, this isn't even visual art, this isn't even all the elements, right? This isn't, what are they doing with the DJ? What this is not. The same folk who dissed you turn right around and give you a platform, put money behind you, and they start setting the rules of what is and what's not. And we see it. It's all being said all over the place. You got silly ass soccer mom, Karen looking, oh my gosh, 1%er type white women who do not come from none of what this is about, teaching breakdancing classes, y'all seen the video, people making jokes about it. It went viral with folk making various versions of the video with this woman talking about, yeah, she's supposed to be pop locking. She's like, you do all this and that's what makes it hip hop. And people are like, and it's not because she's white. There's plenty of whites that do hip hop, that dance, that do from the culture, of the culture, are the culture. That's not the point. It's your particular type, the type that was shown in that video that has nothing to do with it, that's got the nerve to try to, yet again, snatch everything, appropriate everything, confiscate everything for themselves, for the greed, for the number, not the quantity, not the quality, but the quantity. They looking for the quantity. They like, where the money at? This is popping. Even being ridiculous is gonna get me some numbers. So let me just be the absolute most ridiculous thing and get these numbers. Let me get this money. So they do it. And across the board, that's what people are doing. They just don't give a damn about quality. They just jumping on bandwagons of stuff. And it's easy to fall prey to it because at a certain point, when you're doing all this work, and I'm speaking from experience on this, from how long it's taken to get this channel to where it should be, to get completely monetized. We need 4,000 watch hours. We need 3,000 so that when I go live like this, y'all can do super chats. Y'all can send money in the chat. Y'all can send money now, though. See, what's funny about that is it's the psychology. Some people are literally would wait until YouTube allows me through them to take a percentage out of everything we're going to get anyway, instead of, yo, if you just got to know that somebody's regulating the money we're going to get, you can take your ass over to fucking PayPal right now and support us as a 501c nonprofit, 501c3 nonprofit. On the books, legit, look us up. I love to tell people to do that because I know ain't nothing real no more. People don't believe that. Look up ONYXCON, the ONYXCON Foundation in the state of Georgia. We are on the books. We for real. It's not a game. I'm not going to ask you for money and say I'm something I'm not. I'm going to be real because there's too much scamming and all this bullshit going on out here. It's too much. It's out of control. It's to the point where you feel like you can't trust nothing. I don't want you to feel that way when you come to ONYXCON. I want you to know if I said it, I meant it. If I don't know, I'm gonna say, oh, well, this might be true. I'm gonna say paraphrasing. I'm gonna take the time because I know misinformation is at an all-time high. I want you to know the truth. I'm sick of the garbage. So yeah, we official. And you can go over to PayPal, onyxcon@gmail.com. You can go over to Cash App, #ONYXCON. You can go to our Venmo, @ONYXCON. You can support this anytime. You ain't got to wait for us to get monetized through YouTube to support us. It's going to help. So damn sure still subscribe because that's how we going to get the ads that are being put on our stuff anyway to pay us. Instead of keep paying all the billionaires when all these good companies like mine are out here struggling and having to do everything else but what we're here to do on a daily basis just to freaking survive. Count the minutes how long you see me sitting in this car. This is me waiting on an order right now. It's a waste of time. It is. It's a waste of time. It's not a total waste of time because I'm talking to y'all, but it's a waste of time. I don't need to be doing nothing else but content. I got my fishing equipment. I'm ready to go fishing for y'all. I ain't done fishing content since I came back from Republica Dominicana. I need that again in my life. I'm a true angler, and it makes for great moments. And I can teach y'all something. I can show y'all something. If anybody's interested in fishing, how to do it, how you got to move. I've had people tell me, yo, man, I learned a lot from that video. Thank you. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Put my foot on every continent on this earth. That's a goal. That's a personal goal. That's a goal for ONYXCON. I want to share those experiences with y'all. I want to share a different travel experience. I want to add to the channels because there are a few. I want to say that there are a few here that represent proper single man or even folks who are in relationships who are out here who are having beautiful relationships and showing relationship goals in the art life as our channel content for that. That's my show for that. Relationship goals in the art life, you know? And when I travel, ONYXCON outdoors worldwide, you know? I'm gonna show you what it is to go to a country and not be on some pay for play BS, you know, out here putting your life and your in danger. Because it's not a game. It's not a game in these other countries. You see all this content. I see this stuff out here, man. These dudes, you got dudes trying to emasculate other men for not going and paying for prostitutes in other countries. What kind of garbage is that? You know what I'm saying? What kind of garbage is that, man? I've seen channels, like I say, it's this lower frequency mess, this ratchet culture being pushed on everybody, even when it's disguised as something else. You know, I hear dudes, and mind you, I'm not somebody who judges those who, for various reasons, because there's so many societal issues and there are other countries where people are doing that, you know, the whole, you know, I mean, it's on many levels. I mean, I don't want to go too far from that, but I'll just say as far as Americans traveling and folks doing, as they call it, sex tourism, it's like that's become a whole topic on YouTube to the point where this whole channel's built off of this. I'm seeing young black dudes who are literally bragging about and showing the process of how to go somewhere and be safe, but get as much paid for booty as you can get. And I'm like, Do you hear yourself, man? Do you hear yourself? Like, and no one's ever talking about the health risk involved. They just acted like it's just add another number to the scoreboard, to the notches on their belt. And I'm like, this is a sad situation, man. This is sad, y'all. And I'm saying this as a man, as a single man, single straight man who's been married, divorced. I have no kids. Because I'm responsible, not because, you know, because you got a whole part of people who even think that that's supposed to be, they really think that your whole purpose in life is just to have children or something. I always tell folks, I say, look, man, there are 8 billion people on this earth. Even after a pandemic, there are 8 billion people still on this earth. We ain't got no lack of human beings. What we do have a lack of is quality human experiences. I'll just put it like that. I'm not gonna say that there aren't quality. There's plenty of quality people. There's quality even in people who ain't quality. What do I mean by that? I'm saying there's people who do a lot of effed up stuff that have other sides to themselves that make them really good people. But the effed up side of them is all in the way of what could benefit themselves and the whole of humanity. And therefore the problems. Like I say, quality before quantity. Most people are putting quantity over quality all day. All they care about is the number because they've been convinced to pursue these things that don't matter. It's as simple as that. You chasing stuff that doesn't matter, y'all. People drinking and smoking themselves to self-medicate because of other depressions. They're depressed because of other pains and things. You know, even in the way folk using sex and everything as a drug. No. It's not the way. And you see it played out. You see it on YouTube, you see it on Instagram, you see it on everything out here. It's constant, it's in your face. And I'm big on, I love women. I love sensuality. I love sex. Okay, ladies, I love you. I really do. but I'm quality before quantity. So I'm not going to, and this is something I talk about on my channel a lot because I want people to understand you don't have to get caught up in, especially young men don't have to get caught up in trying to get so many numbers on the board, trying to get your body count up to the point where you can make yourself a body for real, the other kind of body. You can be a body in a damn morgue playing around. And now I do see some channels kind of dealing with that, talking about that. And I'm proud to see that somebody's taking responsibility about it, to not just be on the bandwagon of, well, it's trending to talk that other talk and I want to blow up. And I hear you broke, you broke. Everybody's so quick to call folk broke. But see, look at the equation for those who talk the stuff. It may take longer for them to fall off. But everybody who be throwing money in people's face, in good people's face, I'm talking about people who have more higher qualities, higher frequency, not low frequency, and telling them you just need to get your money up, all that ethical, live right, do right, and treat people nice stuff. Damn, you ain't never gonna make no damn money. You old broke ass, right? You hear that kind of mess, right? But check the scoreboard of life and of families and of generations and of effects. Cause and effect. It's on many levels. It's the small level where you'll see somebody where like you can see somebody who has a big YouTube and they talk a lot of trash like that, right? They always telling the guys to get out here and just do any and everything, but just get that ass. Don't care about no woman, don't respect no woman. But they talk all that kind of stuff, right? Within less than a decade, they suddenly disappear. You're like, damn, what the hell? There'd be channels that literally just go dark. Like suddenly they're not active. They don't post no more. They're not. What's going on? You could guesstimate all the reasons. But the bottom line is, if they were so dedicated to doing this and suddenly they go somewhere, something happened. Something with one of their relationships, something with the reality of the farce is up. You can't pretend to have all this money and glory that you got because you really ain't got it. The bills caught up with you, okay? Versus, I'm over here being nothing but real with y'all. I don't brag. I share the highlights and the lowlights because I want you to see the reality. I came out of Dominican Republic with a smile and debt. Debt I didn't expect to have, that I did not plan. I planned very well, and it didn't matter. Life happened. Canceled flights. 2 bad Airbnb situations. If you ain't seen it yet, watch the content. It'll tell you the whole story. And yes, that's to get more numbers, but I want you to actually watch it. I want you to see the lesson. If you're a traveler, you're going to learn something here. You're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. As Kevin Hart said, his famous joke, "You gonna learn today." Okay. Yeah, look at the real videos that are out that are telling you about what it is to travel, what it takes to travel, what you're going to encounter when you travel, besides the good moments. And I'll show you the glory. I mean, why would I want to not show you the glory? Of course, that's the whole point. We want to show the best parts, of course. I want to show more good than bad always. That's always going to win. But I show you some of the bad stuff that happens too because I want the reality check, you know, and I don't want other people to fall into those same things that affected me. I want you to be prepared, you know, and learn to be prepared in ways for the unexpected because it's going to happen. And that's what I'm saying happens to these people that are out here talking all this stuff. Don't want to throw it in everybody's face all the time about how they got so much money and they doing so much. They're full of shit, first of all. Secondly, they're not doing what they say they're doing. They're not. They're not. There's no way. There's no way with some of the stuff they're saying it could be what they're doing. Because if you know laws, if you know just the science of the laws of nature, it doesn't go that way. It just don't. It just don't. So, you know, it falls off eventually, the channel falls. Then you get the bigger level of it. Look at how many years in my generation. I'm in my last years of my 40s, y'all. You feel me? And I done seen stuff because of being this age. And I'm proud of knowing and living to see the wisdom of what is going on, you know what I mean? But when you see folk talk all that stuff and live all them wild lives and stuff, you can see it catches up. You got rappers dying, man, you know, no disrespect to his legacy. And I mean, he had a lot of hits that I loved. You know, he could be ratchet as he want to be, but he had other stuff that wasn't as ratchet. It was just fun music, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Moneybag, yo, hey, walk done, didn't about it, didn't about it, didn't about it, did it, ooh, 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 ooh. That's how it sounds. But, yo, Rich Homie Quan, man, you know, shout out to him, but it's like, it's sad. It's like 34, gone. God damn. Like, that's ridiculous. Don't nobody need to be dead at no damn 34. That's sad. That's pathetically sad, you know? I mentioned James Earl Jones earlier, but I didn't mention it in sadness because my brother, with all due respect and honor to a true king, 93. Pure legacy of excellence. You know what I'm saying? Look what I'm just comparing two situations, totally different lives. But I'm saying, and even in saying totally different lives, there's always some parallels you can draw with a lot of people who, you know, everybody's an individual, but there'll be things you can, you know, if somebody, oh man, it came from nothing, they can, well, this person may have came from nothing too, but look what they did. Well, yeah, he didn't look like him, and he didn't have this, and he didn't have that, and he didn't have, okay, but he had this, and this, and he still had hit records, and he still did this, that, and that. I'm saying, oh man, I'm not trying to be disrespectful of nothing. I haven't heard the official autopsy yet. I did read something about somebody when he was found, his mouth was foaming. I said, God damn, did somebody drug him and kill him, or was he on something? And I hate to say that's what came to my mind, but why wouldn't it when so many rappers are bragging about taking drugs, man? They bragging about that life. They want to be known for that. They want to, you know, Lil Wayne for years, he just now don't talk as much about popping pills, but you probably still on some stuff, you know? And it's like, damn. And that's not cool. It's not cool. And it's not helping anybody. It's almost like, I don't like how generationally, and some people say, that's his choice, and he can talk about whatever he wants. And that help a lot of people to talk about it, because some people literally think, how's it helping? Because he's not talking about it like, I've never heard, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not like a diehard fan of Wayne. You know what I mean? I respect some of his tracks that I can get down to. I like the rhythm, whatever. The flow is right on point with the beat. That's about it. But I'm saying, like, ever since when he was with Cash Money, yes, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it. That's been a class. That's gonna always be a classic. It is. It's just a classic. I remember when that song was so hot, you couldn't turn on Music Video Box. This channel that used to have, y'all kids don't know nothing about that, but you've heard about it, but you didn't live it. You could call in and request a video, and if it got no requests, they had to play it. So when I tell you that song was so popular, They had to play it back to back to back. I think I literally watched that song get played 10 times in a row. Me and my friends was in one of their house. We in the living room laughing our ass off. We can't believe how many times. We started betting on, you think they're going to play it again? No, they're going on to the next video. Oh! He came on again. That's how popular it was, you know? But I'm saying, when you get to the point where you got that kind of popularity, and then later on you become the poster boy for a whole generation drugging out. Because let me tell you something. It all started with Wayne, technically. It got champion crowned with Future. But all the pill popping culture, up until that point, it was weed. Cocaine is forever at the richer side of things. Crack was still a thing on the streets and all that nonsense. But I'm saying the variations on weed, the new laced weed and all that stuff was starting to come in. And you would hear about it. And you're hearing it in the lyrics. What is that? What are they talking about? Look it up. Oh, that's what that means. Oh, snap. Wow. And then they started getting into the damn out the back door counter drugs, prescription drugs, and all that stuff, the Molly and all that, and that before that was the ecstasy. Then they went to the Molly. Then it went to so all this stuff just started bubbling, accumulating to where you get. And so like they put the music with it, and now you got the soundtrack to your own demise. Every time it's like, yo, we've been here before. This is why older generations be like, man, I'm so sick of this. I wish y'all would wake up, because we done seen the funerals, man. We done been to them damn funerals. We tired. We don't want to see more funerals. We don't want to see more folk dying too young. We don't want to see more people getting shot too young, getting drugged out, and all that other stuff. We like, man, do you understand? This is not culture. This is why I don't like what culture? That ain't culture. That's just failure. That's all that is. That's something to be worked on, not celebrated. But what do I know? And then you kind of give up. You're like, hey, man, is the beat right? Yeah, put that shit on. Let me hear it. Fuck it. Because my filter is strong. I got a filter. You build up a filter over years and years of hearing all this nonsense. And you get to a point where you know how to just deal with all of it. Fuck. Come. Yeah, y'all. I call it partying to the madness, y'all. Partying to the madness. You know it's madness, but you feel like that's all we got. It ain't all you guys, we accept at a certain point. And I'm speaking from experience. Like, I love hip hop music. I love hip hop. I grew up in this. I was born into it. Born into it like I was born into Star Wars. It all go together. It's one big code of entertainment and generational artistic creations. But the problem is when, like I say, the failures of different situations become so trending that people who ain't even from the worst of it want to be associated with the worst of it because it's trending. Well, that's popular. That's where the money is. So people literally pick up bad habits just to be trending. Do stupid shit just to be trending. Do something that's completely not healthy and obviously going to get you killed or kill yourself just to be trending. Like, yo, are you serious right now? But yeah, they serious because they would rather be, at least I ain't broke. At least I ain't going to die broke. Yeah, but you're going to die young. And so what if you, and then there's so much farce about this money. I'm so sick of it. I mean, I don't know if y'all seen this video this lady put out. I love it. I hope it continues to go viral. I'll tell y'all about it. Yeah, y'all. So basically, there's this video that's out that I was telling y'all about. And this woman is talking about how people fake it to make it in LA, which is, renowned for years, for generations of being the land of fakeness and all. And it's true. I've been to LA. I've worked in LA in the film biz, being an actor and all that stuff. And I know how it can be very trite and it's real. It's definitely real, right? And so she's talking about how there's a place in the video, she says, right down the street from where she's sitting in her car talking, there's like a mansion that struggling actors and influencers, or not so struggling because they're starting to make money because of all this level of perpetrating, but They rent the place out for, I think she said it was like $100 an hour. And they do their videos and act like they're rich and all this kind of stuff. And there's another place they can go rent outfits. And I know that's got to be true. I mean, I know people rent cars and houses and all this stuff. But so I'm not surprised at anything she was saying. When she said there was one that you could have rent for $100, that was a little, you know, that make me wonder if she just talking stuff too. But I like the concept of being revealing about this. This is a reality, because I know from working in the film business. Let me tell y'all something. When they rent houses in Atlanta, okay, all right, that are like mansions, that's thousands per day. That's the kind of check that's like no less than $1,500 a day, but can be $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, depending on the square footage, depending on how many rooms and spaces are used. It can be thousands. I'm speaking from experience of a friend I know who told me one time, older gentleman. I used to teach seniors, and he was probably in his late 60s, and he said, "Man, I got a really nice house," and he said, "I got down to a registry for the film biz, and they rented his home for one of those I'm forgetting the name of the show. It was like, what was it called? I think it was Desperate Maids, like reality style something, but they said that paid for him to go on a tour of Europe, pretty much every country. He went, you know, France, Germany, England, you know, he went to every major European country or took a month off. Like they used a month or so, a couple of months in his house. It paid for a whole trip. Now, if you know what the cost of travel is, hotels, everything, yeah, you get the point. So I'm saying it's a reality that there are people who are renting homes and stuff, but I don't know about the 100 a day type thing what she was saying, but I get what she was saying about, and if it is, like, people, you know, if they're struggling with it, they can get together, put their money, do the video. It's simple and plain, right? But the real lesson of what she was sharing, like, no, it depends on what you're doing. You know, if the whole point is to make a joke about being fake and shit, okay, do it. You know, make a joke about it. But let it be known. Like, one of my favorite folk to follow, what's her name? And I might be messing the name up, but this is how my memory is. I think her name is Nicole. Nicole Drinkwater. I know it's Drinkwater. If you don't know who I'm talking about, look her up on Instagram. Hilarious. If you're on Instagram, you like Instagram, you are gonna laugh your ass off. I love this woman. I can't wait to meet her one day. I don't know how I would, but maybe I will. I think she's Australian, and I don't know if she still lives in Australia. She's a tall, model-esque white woman who's like, she's in good shape. She's got a lot of tattoos, a whole bunch of tattoos. Good work, though. I always say when it comes to tats, if you got ink, as an artist, if your stuff ain't really hidden, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. That looks terrible. But if your stuff is crisp and designs are really well, you can tell it was well thought out and well placed. It don't just look like a disease creeping across your body. Cool. I will say Nicole's get to the point where, like they say, tattoos are addictive. She's starting to overdo it, in my opinion, for a lady who's fairly pretty. I mean, she's not exactly my type, but she's cute and she's hilarious. So her hilariousness makes her more fine. Physically, she's in great shape. She's obviously seriously into fitness. She works out for real, but her jokes are about women who be on IG who do fitness type content, but they're IG models and they so fake. And she's always revealing the stuff they use to do all this stuff. Like, she'll do filter videos where she'll show one side what she really looks like, and then the filter makes her hips spread out so she got her ass and she ain't really got that much ass. And, oh my gosh. Or she'll do stuff where she'll show makeup filters and how she'll be, and she always does this obnoxious, silly ass voice that sounds just like most of the girls who do that kind of stuff. When she's like, "Hi guys," it always starting with the guys mess. Oh, me and one of my boys made so many jokes about that. Like, what is this hi guys mess? Like, well, her audience is gonna mostly be men, so she only talking to the dudes first. I get it. It's like, yo, it's so disgusting. Like, everybody says the same damn thing. Like, hi guys, hey guys, hey guys, hi guys. And she's like all chipper and always upbeat, and that she even makes jokes about that. Like she'll do the holiday video where she's with her family, and she was saying, "I know you guys think that my family is so perfect, and we're always happy and in love with each other." They're like, "Hey, here we are in our pajamas, and everybody's matching pajamas at Christmas, and they're taking pictures and shit." And then the next damn picture, they all arguing with each other. But I told you that I'm not gonna do it. So she real as hell, and she got followed. I think she's over 1 million. I can't remember, but I mean, knowing her, if she ever had to buy any followers, she'd come out with a video and reveal, guys, I know you think I have legit followers, but I bought them like everybody else. And that's not everybody else, but some people legitimately have numbers. Like I ain't never bought. And you had no money to buy. You had to pay for that too. Like it cracks me up when people talk about that. Like, yo, you had to pay for them numbers when you got people buying a damn following. The hell is that? Anybody buying? You don't. You either love what I'm doing or you get the hell up out of here, right? But no, I like her stuff. She is hilarious. I think it's, like I say, the cold drink water. And her favorite little phrase that put me in stitches every time she said it. I be laughing so hard. She make fun of the girls who want to act like my content is not about TNA, but every chance she get, she's showing off her stuff, like literally her stuff. Like she'll have on tights in the gym, and she's like, "I know you want to make it like this is a leg day video where I'm showing you my perfect workout for your buns, but what I'm really doing is trying to throw my pussy fat in your face." When she said that, oh my gosh, she got T-shirts with the phrase on it and everything. Oh my gosh, she's crazy as hell, but I love it. She's real. She's real. That's why it's funny, and it's unique. She found her niche, and she's killing it. She's killing it. I'm just like, that's what I'm talking about. Quality, honest, still comedy, still can be. It ain't even ratchet because it's like it's making fun of ratchet. It's like it's not ratchet. It's the antidote to ratchet. It's making jokes about this stupid ish. Like, come on, y'all, get real. And she even gets into the financial thing sometimes about how folk be broke as hell. These girls are selling themselves. They prostituting in a different way. They sit on the back of a yacht, and it's like, yeah, because my millionaire, should be like, the millionaire boyfriend paid for this whole trip, but I'm making you feel bad, like you never go nowhere and do anything, and you'll never be as rich as me, but really I don't have any money. I live in a 1-bedroom studio, and I'm always struggling, and if I don't have enough fans on my OnlyFans, I'm going to be dead and broke by the end of the month. And she go hard for it, y'all. It'd be so real and so funny. So I'm just saying, like, that's one example of many I could keep giving of folks who are doing it on a higher level, still funny, still, in my opinion, innovative and unique, but it's not, it doesn't have to be this ratchet, over the top, same old trending nonsense, same old guttural, low frequency, low level, not sharing nothing real. Quite frankly, helping people to destroy themselves type content. Like, you have a big responsibility to bring it all the way back around full circle to what I started this conversation with. You got a big responsibility, y'all. With a cell phone in your hand and the ability to look up information, to make content, to utilize these apps, to do something with it. People died to make these damn phones possible. Respect their legacy, respect your own. Put something of value, of character. It can be entertaining. I'm an entertainer. I am an entertainer. I'm all for entertainment. But you need to come with some value to your damn content. That's where we're going to leave it. Quality before quantity, y'all. Peace.